दोन कोण दोनशे अरे फ्रॉम टू डेटा ठीक आहे आता आमचं वायफाय ए तू कोणाला काय बोलतो वायफाय वगैरे काय सांग ते नेटवर्क नाही जात तुला म्हणल्यावर आता मला विचारून परमिशन द्यावं लागतं काय तर तुम्हाला येईल हे करावं लागेल तो तिकडचा राउटर आहे का तो मुलांसाठी आहे राजेशसाठी
दो अकाउंट थे दोनों बंद कर दिए
पाठीमागे भुजबळ भुजबळ माहिती काय ते भुजबळ आणि तो बाहेर निघालो बोलतो शांत बसायचं असेल तर बसा नाही तर काही गरज नाही तुमच्या बाकी पार्टिसिपंट आहेत मॅडम काहीतरी बोलताय हॅकेथॉन साठी तुम्ही काय केलंय 3 लोक आहात तिघांनी जाऊन रजिस्ट्रेशन केले टीम मधल्या कोणत्या तरी एकाच पर्सनचं रजिस्ट्रेशन पाहिजे होतं डिस्क्रिप्शन मध्ये काही लोकांनी एनए वगैरे करून ठेवले नाही माहिती प्रोजेक्ट आयडिया असेल तर एनए ट्विटर आहे का एनए काही नंतर काही फ्युचर प्लॅन्स आहेत का एनए एनए काय अरे तो फॉर्म हॅकेथॉनचा आहे तिथे मल्टिपल एंट्रीज आहेत तुम्ही सरांनी मला आता सकाळी आल्यानंतर सांगितलं तुम्ही जर तो फॉर्म योग्य पद्धतीने भरला असेल तुमचे आयडियाज वगैरे तिथं दिले असतील प्रोजेक्ट आयडिया तरच तुम्ही सिलेक्ट होणार असं नाही का सगळ्यांना तुम्ही किती कोणी युनिव्हर्सिटीचे स्टुडंट असलात तर तरी तुमचे एंट्री कॅन्सल सरांकडून केल्या जातील पूर्ण हॅकेथॉन ऍप्टॉप्स हँडल करत आहे आणि ज्यांच्या एंट्रीज किंवा ज्यांना अप्रुव्हल आले आहेत त्यांना एक मेल आलाय किती लोकांना मेल आलाय मेल आणि मेसेज आला असेल का तुम्ही रजिस्ट्रेशन साठी पुढे येत आहे ठीक आहे ज्यांनी एंट्रीज नाही केल्या त्यांना आज 12 वाजेपर्यंत एंट्रीज करून घ्या गिटहब अकाउंट बनवून घ्या गिटहबचं आपल्या क्लासमध्ये 2दा सेशन झालं असेल गिटहब अकाउंट ओपन कसं करायचं रजिस्ट्रेशन कसं करायचं नवीन रेपो कशी बनवायची हे मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं तुम्हाला तुमचा प्रोजेक्ट तिथे अपलोड करायचा आहे काही विचारले ते प्रॉपर्ली करा आणि डिस्कशन करायचं अपेक्षा एवढी नाही तुमच्याकडून का मला अटेंड नाही करायचं तुम्हाला माहिती आहे का? तुम्हाला मी बोलतो हे बघा, CS लोन आले. शेवटी काय आहे का? CS लोन आले. अजून खूप लोक आहेत त्याच्यात ना, हे असे करायचे त्याच्यात नाही, अजून खूप बिझनेस त्यांचा
चालू करतो. आवाज येतो लावलं.
बँक बंद
ते इंटर्नशिप साठी इंटरव्ह्यू घेणार आहे प्रत्येक वेळेस आता एवढं पब्लिश करायला लागणार आहे. ठीक आहे. त्यामुळे कसं त्याला छान गोड कोणाच्या लेकरांसारखं वागायचं. त्यांना वाटायला पाहिजे की नाही हे फ्युचर एम्प्लॉई आहेत आमच्या कंपनीचे. काय देतात नाही सांगतो त्यांच्याकडे कालच बोलले. आपण झाले का रजिस्टर? मला दे ना लिंक. सेफ्टी इकडे समोर जागा आहे या चला. घ्या ना घ्या. माझे कुठे काहीच नाही. अमेरिकाला समजून 4 गोष्टी डोक्यात सतत घ्या आहे ती जागा काय करायचं ऑनलाईन आवाज येतोय पण बसू शकता तुमच्यासाठी खास ओपनची अरेंजमेंट केलेली आहे. ही लिंक पाठवली तुम्हाला हे सांगा किती पण काम सांगा Okay guys, breakfast is arranged outside. Have your breakfast first and come back for
एक सेकंद अगोदर एक एक लाईन जाईल ही लाईन अगोदर लाईन एक एक लाईननी जायचं आहे ते एकच बस नाही त्याच्यासाठी
ये बघ guys, तर तुम्ही FI ला टाकायचं link.
अरे पब्लिक को अंदर मत पुलिस बुलाओ। लाठी चार्ज करा। சார் என்ன நடந்துட்டு இருக்குது? இந்த நாட்டுல do we really need Dubai? सब कुछ कीजिए, पब्लिक पागल हो गई है. फिक्स. स्टेटमेंट तो दीजिए वरना. सब खत्म हो. इसमें विदेश की ताकतों का हाथ है। देश की इकोनॉमी पर हमला किया।
starting anything. I could, हॅलो एकतर बसायचं असेल तर शांत बसा नाहीतर बसू नका. त्याच मी हे खूप चांगल्याने सांगतोय. यानंतर मी चांगल्याने काही सांगेल. ठीक आहे. जर तुम्हाला माझ्यापेक्षा जास्त नॉलेज असेल प्लीज कम हिअर हॅव अ डिस्कशन हॅव अ डिबेट आणि मग तुम्हाला जे मनमर्जी बोला or talk any bullshit that you want to in the session. And if you don't have knowledge and want to talk, you can always leave. Okay? Very simple things. This is not tuna. Okay? It is a very simple request from my side. I will say nothing to anyone at all. तर बसायचं असेल तर शांत बसा बिकॉज डिस्टर्ब होतो क्लास
जा रहा है डायरेक्ट बिल्कुल
केलं तर मग ठीक आहे. जर काही पण डाऊट्स असतील काही बोलायचं असेल ना इफ यू वॉन्ट टू क्रॅक अ जोक क्रॅक इट विथ मी डोंट क्रॅक इट विथ दी नियरबाय पर्सन. ठीक आहे. दॅट इज अ व्हेरी हंबल रिक्वेस्ट आय एम रिक्वेस्टिंग ऑल ऑफ यू टू डू द सेम. ठीक आहे. We can start, I guess. ठीक आहे. These are some of the things you need to keep in mind while here. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate to ask. Please participate in everything. It can be right, it can be wrong. But if you don't answer the things, it's always going to be wrong. Either it can be right, your answer, or either it can be wrong. But just if you just shut up your mouth, no, it's always going to be that thing only. Okay. Okay. Before starting, let me just introduce myself. Myself, I am as a developer relations engineer from Adrism. Been here for a while. It's been a year I'm working with them. I have been conducted event throughout the country. You name the state, I have been there. I have known some people, done it. My work at Verizon is to make sure to onboard new developers on this ecosystem by technically handling these things. Yeah, so I write blogs, I make videos. These are some of the to-dos and things that I do advise. Other than that, I take sessions and seminars throughout the country. Also, internet hackathons and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been in the industry for like 2 to 3 years. Uh, went to some hackathons here and there, won some money.
ब्लू बैंक जो है बिल्कुल
If you are here for a year and you have this focused background, you should have this exposure and experience key how you can make money and everything. But let's talk about this in some other day. I'm here for like next 3 4 days till Sunday I'm here. So you can always connect with me. Just like don't think you're senior. Just don't uh, like what can I say? Just be frank with me. If you want, keep devices. I will try my best to help you out throughout this 4 to 5 days uh, whenever I'm here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get started with the okay. Like, just give me a second. Hmm. You know this? Just give me a second. Logic something. हे चालू आहे का पेअरिंग? अरे हे याचं डोंगर असेल ना? हे बघ याचं डोंगर असतं. कुठे आहे याचं डोंगर?
सेफ है पैनिक
Dongle with that. It's missing. I think I just need to plug it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not there.
No.
Okay, let me check some file.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is like the agenda for the day. I don't think I need to teach you why birthday at all. But so this question I have yesterday as well. Whoever was there in this session, I will ask you guys the same question. Does anyone took here the admission because they know what blockchain is, or you just took it ki anywhere else I'm not getting the seat, let me just go here. So how many of you are those guys who has taken admission? And please be honest with yourself as well, with me as well, because I will cross question. Okay? How many of you are with from that background that hey, I this is the something new that is happening about blockchain and everything. Let me just understand. And so, how many of you are those folks? Ki you know this thing called as blockchain before taking the admission, and you took it because there is a course here. Is there anyone like that? Ki just माझा number लागला and I took the admission. Yeah. Why? Achha. Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है. समझ गया. Anyone else? Yeah.
की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं
Yesterday as well. No? Yeah. Shut up. ठीक है. Okay. Let's just go ahead with the things. Yeah, we are giving some t-shirts. So if you are here and want to do okay, this is the bootcamp that is running, you can just tweet about this on Twitter. Not this thing specifically, anything in between, any clips in between. Uh, tweet about it on Twitter. Yeah. Hackathon. Hackathon is happening here. Some folks have some confusion. Acha, who has not registered yet for the hackathon? Anyone? Yeah, this is the link. Register it. Very simple. Sorry. ठीक है. We are organizing the hackathon at your college. You are living under the rock. This weekend, registration will be closed at 12, maybe midnight or in the afternoon. I don't know the things, but if you have not registered, please register here. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Who are we? What do Rising do actually? Let's let's have a quick introduction about Rising. So Rising is a Web3 education company. We collaborate with the blockchains like Aptops, and there are some new other blockchains as well. Uh, जिनके साथ में we have collaborated, and while collaborating we make sure that developer get the experience of learning. So we have taught more than 2 lakh plus developers, 2 lakh 10,000 plus Web2 developers. We have taught this whole things about Aptops, uh, about Stellar and everything, whatever blockchains we work with. And out of like those 2 lakh plus developers, 90,000 developers are here who has converted, not converted, I will say, who are building in Web3. Chicken. 20 plus online courses. So we go from very basics in our online courses, 2000 plus project build, and we have given out 300K US dollars. So that is like some crores, 3 या 4 crores. How do we give out this money? We give out in the form of hackathon winnings. We give out in the form of project building. So FYI, for your information, if you build a full stack application on Aptops, every single project, I repeat myself,
नहीं है
it will get $25 each. If you can build one project, that is 2,500. If you can build 10 projects, that is 25,000. If you can build 100 projects, that is 2,50,000 rupees. Yeah. There is no upper limit the top 10 will be getting, top 20 will be getting. It is for every single project that is built on top of Aptos, uh, and it is a full stack project provided you will be getting $25 per project. Okay. So take these classes seriously today and tomorrow. I will show you end to end process. And if you have any doubts or anything, please don't hesitate to ask again. Yeah. And we have done like 250 plus several events all over the country. Again, same things. Yeah, this is my very small team actually, and we are hiring for one position. That is the same thing for one another blockchain called as Algorand. Okay. So we are hiring for that position as an intern right now, but eventually you will there might be a chance to get a full time with us, and we don't see from which college you are, from in which class you are. So that's how my hiring happened. So they didn't say, okay, I'm from a tier 3 college or what. They just saw my skills and everything, and they just offered me a job here. Yeah, I don't think so. You need to know why the career in Web3, but I will tell you why. As you can see, Web3 is a very evolving journey in its own. People are still in that phase, in a very initial phase. It's not yet established in the market. Okay, this is the concrete thing or not. People are just building blindly. Ki someday some magic will happen. People will think. People will respect their own data, and Web3 will boom. Right now, we currently have just 50,000 devs actively working in the Web3 ecosystems. Now let's talk about this 50,000 devs. What's the what's the population on the earth? 7 billion. Let's cut down 90% of the folks who don't have internet access, who don't have anything. Or let's cut down 99% of the folks who are living on this earth. What is 7 billion's 1%? Maybe maybe it will be crores. That crores, let's cut down it more further. We have some crores of folks who use internet, who has the access of the internet. 0.0001 people will be there who is active in Web3 या फिर उन्होंने कुछ coin खरीदा होगा, have traded in blockchain and work. And that whole bunch of people, and these are like not thousands, these I'm talking about lakhs of, out of that lakhs, 10, 50 lakhs of people, there are just 50,000 developers in the market who are currently building. Okay? So that's how small market is. But market cap is insane. If you just go online and search what is the salary of a Rust engineer, RUST, Rust engineer, you will find it is like it's it's the starting is from 60 to 70 lakh and it goes in crores. And trust me on this, I have some examples of doing it. I will show you, but this is what the potential this thing is. It is very niche you are learning. This is not a very generic thing, first of all, what you are learning. It's going very deep down. And I will highly suggest to be very proficient in one of the languages. You are in the second year of your college. I started my journey in my second year. And it just got onwards and upwards from there. Okay. So this is like a personal advice from my side. Pick out that one specific blockchain you want to work with and just start contributing. I have saw examples in front of my eyes. They have just contributed and they are like living this. Yeah. We have talked about Web3 a lot. Everyone knows GPT है. सबने GPT यूज किया है? खाना नहीं खाएगा. अभी अभी ब्रेकफास्ट बांटा था बाहर. ठीक है. पोहे या पोहे चाय. But everyone knows about GPT. Everyone knows about GPT. I hope so. I highly encourage कि अगर if I'm asking question, please at least answer yes and no. Here are the seats if you want. Yeah. Okay. So GPT is here from how many years? Anyone? GPT is here from how many years? 10 years. Anyone else? Come on. You need to answer. This is not a one-way communication that I am doing. Okay. Like to just go on YouTube and watch some videos and learn from there. Why do you even need me in the first place? To be here. So that we can interact. 7 years. And rule of thumb, if you don't know, just Google it and answer it. I never restricted things. Okay. Okay. 7 years. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. 1982. No, GPT is not there from 1982. It's the AI timeline. So GPT, you know, when was the first time? Achha, before going into AI at all, what is the full form of GPT? Yeah. Anyone from the back side? Yes, sir. Yeah. Mm, just two, three folks know. We use GPT in our daily lives, but we don't even know what the full form is. बोल तो दिया कि कुछ तो जनरेटिव ट्रांसफॉर्मर. Let's not go in deep of Gen AI at all because this is not that class. Gain the attention what Gen AI have right now, it took them 60 to 70 years of work, hard work, to get into that particular track. Now, if you go and see Gen AI engineers, this is on who? Yes, because that niche got so much virality कि it everyone wants to learn about that. everyone wants to be an AI engineer, Gen AI wants to know about that thing, right? But again, if you so when I was in college, we have subjects like this only, but we don't used to think कि हाँ ऐसा भी कुछ होगा ऐसा this will happen in this way. But it took them 70 to 80 years to be in the position where they are currently, right? And we are just in blockchain. So, do you know when was the first node of Ethereum started? 2017, okay. 2018, okay. Sorry, जोर से बोलो यार, सुनाई आना चाहिए. Yeah, it started in 2015. So recently, last month, we have completed 10 years of Ethereum. The blockchain is alive or in life for like 10 years just now. And we we say that Ethereum is the pioneer because it started all of this whole blockchain journey or development journey for all of us. Yeah. So Ethereum is one of those pioneers, right? And this is the history of AI. So we have a very long way to go. We are just in the starting. That's the conclusion of this part. Nothing else. Yeah, what we have done in the past, there's some events all over the country. We flew from some of the folks from all over the country to Bangalore to do one event. It was a 7-day event at one of the best places in Koramangala. I was there as well. We do parties and all as well. Some more events we have done. A success story. That guy in Durban. I just called him today only. I can show you the dogs. उसने उठाया नहीं बस. So uh, his name is Gurshaban or online he is known as Mystic. I'm just giving you a small motivational story. If he can make big in life, you can too. He started last year and was associated with Ryzen for every event. So everywhere we go, he used to come and hunt for us. Uh, won some lakhs here and there. Now working with the layer 2 chain called as Send AI. Send के बारे में पता है, सोलाना के बारे में कितना लोगों को पता है? What is Solana? Blockchain. Okay. Hmm. Send नहीं पता. Yeah, some more wins, $10,000. We flew them. We also give some scholarships as well. So if you want to like go out of the country and hack for us, we are the right folks. So we have done some events. This was in uh, where was this? This was London. That was Thailand. We have done a hacker house in Thailand. We have done hackathon in London. So we recently done one hackathon in Istanbul, Turkey. Due to conflicts, we can't flew more people. तो उसके लिए there was just one condition कि हमारे पास में US visa होना चाहिए. Most of the people don't have the US visa, so we sadly could not to be. There were sanctions and everything going on. India Pakistan war के वजह से, right? Yeah, if you want to know more about these things, our initiatives, next some good places. So we are doing one hacker house in Goa. We just finalized everything now. So next month we are doing it from it's like 3 night 4 days. Janser. At a very cool co-working or that space. So living, food, everything is sponsored by us. We just have to come free there. So just join our community, a small community. We have very India specific community. ठीक है, I will not bore you anymore. Now, have you guys? Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Who is? Okay. How many of you know Web3? How many of you know Web3? How many of you are new to it? So, the same question. Just raise your full hand so I can. Yeah. Uh, the people who are not new in Web3, why Web3? Why Web3 at all, or why blockchain? Dynamic and evolving. Yes, due to its decentralized architecture. Anyway, from that side, this side, why Web3 at all? Why do you want to learn this technology? Hmm? Decentralized. Anyway, security. Acha. My next question is very simple. How many Web3 applications do you guys use? Hmm. Hmm. How many Web3 applications do you guys use in your day-to-day life? Then why are you learning? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He uses. Who else use crypto apps? Uniswap. Dev. क्या Dev? Brave. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously. Hmm. Anyone else uses any Web3 specific application?
रंगनाथन मैडम
Find down wallet. Do you have real money in it? ठीक है. Then I will see you are using. There are 10 minutes लेके रखना is not using. So you are from blockchain background and you don't use crypto at all. ठीक है. Let's talk. What is the disadvantage of Web2? Centralized. Anything else? Single authority. No transparency. Less security. क्या? ठीक है. Let me just give you a quick introduction to Web2. Web1. What is Web1? Yeah, static pages, just like you write your practicals and everything. You just write it, someone will read it, hopefully one day. And at the end, he will suggest some
ये
correction.
क्या चल रहा है डूब
Aryan, this diagram is not correct. Make another one, and something like that. That is Web1 of the internet. Then we have Web2. Everyone uses Web2? Yes. Meme, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram. So ironic thing about Web is everyone uses Telegram, which is a platform. No one uses a decentralized platform at all. I don't know why, but I'm still searching the answer of this question. So there are some good platforms that you can use if you know. So base size. Base is a layer 2 chain. So what is the difference between layer 1 and layer 2 before going in deep in this? Can someone tell me? It's one t-shirt from my side, if you correctly told me. Just stand up and tell me. Yeah. Or एकदम मोठे आहे. Yes. Yeah, quite correct. Quite
इनका
even else can have chance. Yes. Basic infrastructure. Oh yeah. Jordan, everyone should know what you are speaking.
On layer one only transactions are on layer two we can on the
Yeah. 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 Both of you are correct. So, layer one has you guys have heard about this thing called as blockchain trilemma? What is blockchain trilemma? Will anyone tell? Yes, sir. जोरात सगळ्यांना ऐकू गेलं पाहिजे. And please speak in Hindi or English.
okay blockchain trilemma like capture
Okay.
इसमें speed speed transparency and
अरे फ्री हैंड है आप
दिखाते हैं ब्लॉकचेन में अगर हम ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी में हम किसी को जितना फोकस कर सकते हैं अगर स्पीड हाई होगी तो सेंट्रलाइज होगा सिक्योरिटी कम होगी अगर सिक्योरिटी ज्यादा होगी तो स्पीड कम
Yeah. 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 So, trilemma means three things. First of all, let's understand three things: security, scalability, and decentralization. These are the three things that a blockchain have. And trilemma means that out of these three things, you will only achieve two. You can never achieve the third thing. In the blockchain. So a layer one blockchain focus majority of their time on something called as security and decentralization.
एक्शन लीजिए
And layer 2 uses these two things from, from layer 1 and try to make the layer 1 blockchain scalable. Okay. Out of three, you will always have two things, and the third thing will be taken care by layer 2. Solana have layer 2. So set I talked about a while ago is a layer 2 chain on top of Solana. Days. Have you heard about Days? Coinbase? Coinbase? Days is a chain that is a layer 2 on top of Ethereum. So we were talking about social medias. Yeah. Uh, I, I get so deep into explaining some concepts, but these are the important ones. So you know what a trilemma is? ठीक है. You don't use crypto apps at all and things like that. Yeah. Let's talk about why do we need Web3 in the first place before understanding Web3 in details. What? I will give the same analogy that I gave yesterday, and I give this in generally every session. How many of you have an Instagram? सबका है? सबका है? Okay. Now, अच्छा मुझे फिर बताओ कि एक नया इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट बनाने के लिए क्या क्या चीजें रिक्वायर्ड है? जीमेल अकाउंट, फोन नंबर, पासवर्ड, क्या यूजर आईडी, डेट ऑफ बर्थ डालते हो, फोटोज डालते हो. Let's keep these things optional. You date of birth, but
जल्द
already recorded. Yes. Okay. Let's take one another example. You don't know me at all. You literally don't know me at all. And हम कहीं पर flash हो जाते हैं. मतलब I just randomly ask for your phone number. Will you guys give me your phone number? Hmm. Why are these guys there? Trust me, bro, I will not do anything with your phone number. Just give it to me. Will you guys give me? Then why these guys? In this whole example, do you know what is the drawback? You are not owning your own data. Someone said for the security, someone said it for something else. We use blockchain. But the real reason is you have no rights to own your data. अगर मैं 2 बार मेरे फोन में उसके उसका अगर इंटरनेट शुरू करके मैं बोल दूंगा ना कि मुझे बाइक चाहिए out of random it will suggest me bike reels. अगर मैं गूगल सर्च करता हूँ कि मुझे वॉशिंग मशीन लेनी है, the second company wants to know कि अरे this guy has searched something like washing machine on Google. Let me just show him the ads of good washing machines on Instagram. How? How?
मंगवाई है सर।
You are not owning your data. I don't want to get into the technical side of it, but you are not owning your data. Everything you do, it have a digital footprint. And trust me on this. I have saw some examples जहाँ पर digital footprints are like very crucial. So some of my friends who are very active in crypto launched their own coins. You know ERC20? Have you heard about it? Have you used it? No? Okay. So one of my friends wants to anonymously launch one coin. This is a real story. He has launched it and he literally told each and every one of us, please do not follow the account. It will trace me back my digital footprints to my home. And these guys, there was some person from Russia or something who literally traced him back after taking all of these precautions and he DM'd him his home address, where does he lives. So that's how much scary the internet is. And this is like a very real story. We were in Kasol
पब्लिक का एक भी
3 months back. We were discussing this whole thing. They made profits, but eventually that guy didn't like public that information. नहीं तो फिर कोई ना कोई घर पे आ जाता. And trust on this, this happens. You don't know how much observed you are getting observed. Everything in this whole room, someone is getting to know. You cannot be completely anonymous right now in Web2 as of now. If you are using the smartphone at all, so that is the thing. But this is not the case. We should always have that sense of information या फिर privacy concerns कि जो information मैं share कर रहा हूँ, I am willingly sharing. Not like if someone is extorting that specific information from us. That is the main reason Web3 comes into the picture. Nothing else. Now your question should be, how am I owning the data?
से बाहर नहीं जाएगा। आप
Because how am I owning the data in Web3 specific internet? Anyone? You can use our wallet address. तो कल ही उठा था. Okay. So everything in Web3 is represented by something called as your wallets. You know what wallets are? What are wallets? Storage. Anyone? Yeah. what are the wallets? The simple questions. Come on. इतना शांत मत रहो. मैंने बोला है शांत रहो, but इतना भी मत रहो कि बिल्कुल चुप ही हो जाओ throughout this session. What are wallets? Simple as that. Yes.
Wallet is something that where we can store, receive, and send digital assets.
Exactly. Wallet are the places through which we can store, receive, and like store, receives, and all of these things, all of your digital assets. Now, what are these digital assets? You know NFTs? Do you know NFTs? Yeah. What are NFTs? Yeah. ये तो हो गया उसका full form. What do you mean by NFTs? They are unique. What is unique? Two photos with the same NFT. I can mint same photo.
So the assets that cannot be interchanged.
Okay. What are NFTs there? Okay. Okay. Quite correct. Quite not. Yeah. अच्छा ओके. तो मैं तो एक फोटो को दो बार एनएफटीज बनाकर बना सकता हूँ, mint कर सकता हूँ. Okay. Somewhat correct, somewhat wrong. It's not about the hash. It is about the metadata. With every single image or every single assets in an NFT, it's all about the metadata. The photo can be same, but the metadata should be different. So there are something called as traits and everything. We will go to some website and see that things. A photo you can mint multiple times, but the ID and that things that makes it unique. The metadata makes it unique. Okay. So you can store your coins, your these assets, something like ERC20 tokens, NFTs, fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens. What do you mean by fungible tokens?
चिंत रहिए.
Coins. Yeah, an asset which have same metadata. That is what a fungible token is. Okay. In very technical word, this is what NFT and non this are. Okay. Let's take one example, one Web3 and how it is protecting your data. Okay. So everything in Web3 is represented by your wallet. You don't know any other thing. And wallet is storage. Okay. Hmm. Wallet is storage. I just repeated the definition. Yeah, 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 yeah. So wallet is a place where you can store, where you can send and receive all these digital assets. And everything in Web3 is represented by wallet. Now, let's take one thing. Key interact with the decentralized application. How many of you have done this before? You have interacted with the decentralized application before. कोई भी 1 2 3 4 5. अरे ब्लॉकचेन वाली हो ना, तो फिर एक भी बार नहीं किया क्या इसके साथ में डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड एप्लीकेशन के साथ में इंटरैक्ट. ठीक है. Let's see the architecture, how it is protecting your data at all. Okay. You know broker. What do a broker do? क्या? इधर का उधर करता है. Okay. दाल toilet in Hindi. Again. Okay. So Web3 wallets are just brokers. Have you observed one thing while interacting with this decentralized application? You press one button on that application, your wallet's pop-ups. Yes, sir. Let me just show you. Just give me a second. What? Hello. Man, I have to come to college now. I came at 8. So, yeah, man. Yeah, till 12 I have this session, and after 12 I'll get free. By 2 or 3 I'll come by 5. I will try my best that I will come at 5. Yeah, make sure that money thing gets sorts out today. Yeah, man, please. Because all of the operations will get stuck if money doesn't come. Okay. ठीक है. Sure. Let's try to interact with a decentralized application. Oh, very simple. Acha, how many of you know what an Explorer is? Have you ever worked with Explorer? What is Explorer? Yeah. एक एक करके आंसर दो यार, ऐसा भेड़ बकरियों की तरह मत करो. या सर, जोरात. Yeah. So ledger, quite correct. I will tell you. Ledger is like a book. Whatever you do on that platform, whatever you do on that particular blockchain, every record gets stored. Let me just show you. This we have done yesterday. We are going to do it again. But if you can see all of this transaction, these are like 1 second support. That's like 0.01 if it's that much use. Okay. So everything from the first transaction that ever happened on this particular blockchain to till date, everything gets stored on this. Your question should be, if all the information is public, how it's protecting my privacy? Kind of. Everything gets stored. But have you seen your wallets? What's your wallet ID? It's a random string. Yeah. Everything is public, but you don't know that particular who that particular wallet belongs to. Matlab, my wallet address 0x31031 something some random alphabet and numeric values in it. And at the end, that I know that this wallet belongs to me. Do you know what's my wallet address? So all the information is public, but at the same time, it is very much encrypted because you don't know this particular wallet address belongs to whom, right? So that is the thing. Yeah. So this is like a decentralized application. I have connected my wallet here, and whatever I do in this whole application, you will see a pop-up coming up. Or let me just go to some good application. What's the good application? Uniswap. I don't have the Uniswap. I need to connect my wallet first of all. Let me just. I hope you don't have friends in it. Yeah, $0. I have answered this. I hope so. Yeah, I have answered this. So if you can see, I have some friends in the cosmos. Yes. And yeah, let me disconnect. Right? And I can just do the whole transaction and everything from here to here. I will have 10, I will write 10, it will say insufficient balance. Something like that, USDT, I want to finalizing the code. This is how much I will get. But if you click on the next button, this would be, guys, please don't talk. I know it's getting boring, but just bear with me for next 10 minutes. I just want to check all of this thing theoretical and we'll move into practical in next 10-15 minutes maximum. But if you can see here, key from 10 I'm getting 9.999, and if I click on the button, the pop-up of my MetaMask will appear. Ki, hey, this particular thing is asking for a transaction. Are you wishing to do it? It will not happen on its own. The application is going to MetaMask or my wallet for the permission, and from that MetaMask is asking my permission. So here, MetaMask or any of these platforms are working as a broker in between. So you are not directly interacting with this whole application. On behalf of you, there is something called as wallets who are interacting with this particular application. Are you getting the point? Are you getting it? Any doubts till this point at all? कुछ भी नहीं था क्या? या कहाँ से रिपीट? बीच में का. Okay. Yeah, let's have some cross questioning then. I will repeat myself, but I just want to get to know कि कितना पता है. What are wallets? Yeah. Yeah. ठीक है. Wallets acts as a mediator between two parties. Now, these two parties are a decentralized application and a user. You actually never ever interact with this whole application. On behalf of you, you give some command to application, and on behalf of you, this wallet will act. Ki, hey, this particular user wants to do this thing, and that's how we are owning this whole data. Because तुम्हारी information कहीं नहीं जा रही है. Everything is happening through a wallet address, and that wallet address is a random key. Are you getting the point? We learned that blockchain eliminates third person. So say that there's an intermediate state. That's what attacks are. Third person means what? Here there is no middleman. Between you and an application, there is one layer. Are you getting the point? Ki there is one layer in between. You just have to send information to that layer, and whatever or how much information you have sent, that will be received by the application. It's not like कि Google or something कि बस पूरा फोन का एक्सेस उसी के पास है. जब मन चाहे उसके पास में कॉल करने की है, because I use Google that logs or contacts actually. So everything from my mom's number, my papa's number, my friends, every number. Access. But here, what is happening is, let me just show you. See, yeah. So this is your application. This is you as a user, and in between two of you, there is something another layer. Let me just put this thing. Bring, bring friend. So that's how the layer actually works. So you are sending your information from a user's perspective to this layer. You are this will like let me just write it down. Wow, no, this is you as the user. This is you as application, and this is your wallet. So you are just sending whatever the information needed from this layer to this layer, and from this layer to this layer goes. That is what the layer of intermediate is. समझे समझे सोए तो नहीं हम्म ठीक है एप्टस के बारे में जानते हैं कुछ व्हाट इज एप्टस एप्टस इज a layer 1 chain that does not use the regular concepts. So Aptops came from one project called as Project Time, which has been made by Facebook. So it was started as an initiative by Facebook to create one blockchain. And Move language they have created for this whole blockchain project or this time project. But eventually that project got stopped. They got some backlash for that project. And Move language was created. 80 to 90% was created. Some Facebook employees left Facebook. And from that Move language, there are two specific chains that evolved. One of which is Aptos, second of which is Sui. So these are the two blockchains that got evolved and used Move programming to use. Okay, that is a basic introduction about Move. Why to use Move at all? What is TPS? Transaction. What is time of identity? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. इसका मतलब समझ रहे हो कोई क्लास में हम नहीं देता anyone time of finality yeah yes time to finalize a transaction yeah, how much time it will take to that this is a correct block or not is an invalid entry or it is a correct entry or not that is called as time of finality yeah java is a yes what are objects inheritance
Abstraction.
yeah, we can create classes and everything in object-oriented programming, right? Then there are like four pillars of hoops, something like polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation. Similar to that, we have Move, and Move is a resource-oriented programming language. Now, what do you mean by resource? What do you mean by structs? Structs, database, data types. What do you mean by structs? First year पास किया है ना सबने? Back कितनी? नहीं जानता मेरे को. But first year में पढ़े तो होंगे C प्लस प्लस पढ़ी है, C पढ़ी है. First semester में तो struct क्या रहते हैं भाई? Structure, yeah. Ma'am please थोड़ा. Okay, yeah. kind of correct, kind of wrong. स्ट्रक्चर क्या रहता है, स्ट्रक्ट क्या रहता है? सिंपल क्वेश्चन भाई. Yeah, anyone from the back wants to answer? शांत मत रहो यार. मेरे से बातें करो, खुद में बातें मत करो. आंसर माय क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, बताओ. या नहीं, तुम नहीं. Someone new I want. What is a structure or struct? It is a data type that can store primitive data types inside it or another structure inside it. Now, my next question is, what is a primitive data type? Huh? Hmm. Yeah. These are like the atomic level. Atoms तो पता है सबको. Atoms, matters के अंदर का atoms बोला. So primitive is like you cannot divide it, and it is like predefined in the language. Some of which are integers, booleans, some have characters, some might not. And yeah, these are like primitive data types that we use. So struct is nothing but you can club multiple data types in one single data type and define your own data type on its own. Now what? So we are talking data type. What do you mean by data type? Type of data. Hmm. Nice. Nice. Type of data is data type. Yeah, you can answer me in Hindi as well. I'm not asking for hard and fast definitions. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So, in water bottle, will you guys drink milk in this water bottle? Yeah, of course. टिफिन में भी तो पानी पीता है. टिफिन वाले बर्तन में भी तो पानी पीते हो. So, मैं वो एग्जांपल नहीं देना चाहता यहाँ पे. Not give it. Let it be. पानी के बॉटल में यू ड्रिंक पानी और कोल्ड ड्रिंक की बॉटल में. सिस्टम में पानी डाल के नहीं पीते हो because it is a container that can only store this specific value, right? Similarly, data types are there कि integers में तुम बस integer store कर सकते हो, string में तुम बस string store कर सकते हो, right? So that is what data types are. So I can store, I can create something like a complex thing like bag. Bag में मैं क्या क्या स्टोर कर सकता हूँ? I can store notebooks, I can store water bottle, I can store laptops. Consider bag as a structure. In structure, I can store multiple data types. Let's say I want to create one user array, user data struct. So what are the details I will need? I will need his name, age, number, maybe email, and we are in Web3, so why not wallet address? Name is a string, age is a integer, not numbers, integers we call it. Okay, so these are all the things that we can store. I'm on Google, but this is like a comparison table. If you want to see it for a while, and I can, yeah, open up your laptops quickly. कितने लोगों के पास लैपटॉप नहीं है? 1 2 3 4 5 6. ठीक है, चलो कोई ना, देखो फिर. अब मैं हटा तो नहीं सकता तुम लोगों को, तो बैठो. Now things will get interesting. बहुत हो गई थे. अगर डाउट आए तो पूछना, बैठे मत रहना. I want everyone to execute. कुछ भी डाउट है तो जस्ट आस्क. आएगा. निकल जाएगा भाई. सबसे करो भाई. हाँ भाई वो थोड़ा शट हो जाता है कभी कभी. और इसका भी कैब बुक नहीं है. रोनल का भी कैब बुक नहीं हुआ था.
वेलकम टू महाराष्ट्र. जरी पुणे.
हाँ हाँ हैंड्स ऑन चल रहे हैं. अभी चेक होगा इंटरनेट. ठीक है ठीक है. हाँ हाँ. We are going to install something on your laptop. How many of you are users? कितने लोगों के पास है? 4 लोगों के पास. Just just make a group. Yeah. Anyways, first of all, fire up your same PowerShell, whatever you use. Terminal PowerShell. क्या रहता है? कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन करो. कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट सबके इसमें रहता है. Open factory, write this command for Windows and for Mac. It is view space minus minus version. what is the version? V version. We stand for version. ठीक है, some version इसमें किसमें डिफरेंट आ रहा है, मेरे इसमें आ रहा है command not com, ऐसा कुछ आ रहा है. अच्छा, बैक साइड इज इट विजिबल? पक्का दिख रहा है? मैं zoom करता हूँ आगे कर दूँ. इधर से वहाँ से क्यों दिख रहा है? ठीक है, for brew और Mac वाले के लिए the command is brew --minus version, and for Windows the command is winget --minus version. I hope ये सबने डाल दिया है. किसी के इसमें brew दिखा रहा होगा जो Mac पे Linux वाला कोई है? Anyone who has Linux distro? अरे शर्माओ मत please. Anyone have a Linux distro or Ubuntu? For Windows, the command is --minus version. For like Mac guys, it is brew --minus version. The next command is winget. For Windows, the command is listen. Winget install Aptops. Winget install Aptops. I will type it down. And for Mac, guys, it is yes करना है yes. अच्छा, Node.js के साथ में कितने लोगों ने काम किया? Node.js के साथ में कितने लोगों ने काम किया? My question is very simple. What is Node.js? It's a server-side scripting backend. यहाँ पर देखो, मेरे साथ बातें करो यार. I feel lonely. What is Node.js? Backend. What is Node.js? I didn't receive like a right answer yet. Yes. क्या? अच्छा, it's a JavaScript, right? Wrong. Framework. What do you mean by runtime? Yeah, it is a runtime environment. What do you mean by runtime? देखो, ये जो छोटी छोटी चीजें है ना, यहीं पे इंटरव्यूज एक तो सही जाते हैं या गलत जाते हैं. क्या? Yes. देखो देखो यहाँ पर देखो क्या किया. यहाँ पर ध्यान दो. Let's talk about Node.js a bit. You know JavaScript. JavaScript में कितने लोगों ने काम किया? तो JavaScript only used to run on your browsers. तुम अगर कंसोल खोलोगे तुम्हारे ब्राउजर का, how to open that thing? ये देखो, यहाँ पर जाऊंगा, I'll just go here, inspect. ये अगर कंसोल में जाऊंगा तो I can write JavaScript here. ठीक है? Now, why I can write my JavaScript here? Because web browser contains something called as V8 engine. ठीक है? Now what Node.js guys has done is कि उन्होंने ये V8 engine को लिया. So V8 engine is an open source version. ठीक है? जिसके ऊपर तुम्हारे Chromium, every browser is based out of this. यहाँ पर ध्यान दो, मैंने पहले ही बोला था यार, if you want to leave, please leave. I don't have any issues. 2-4 लोग कम हो जाएंगे. I don't have any issues. ठीक है? But बातें मत करो. Because it creates nuisance. To be very honest, it just creates nuisance. Yeah. ठीक है. Where were we? We were at the head angle. So, what Node.js guys does is it allows you. They just extracted this weird engine from this browser and created an environment on your local machine to execute JavaScript. So Node.js, I always tell this, Node.js is not a library, not a framework, not a backend. अगर अगली बार कोई पूछे ना what is Node.js, तो याद रखना कि Node.js is a runtime or JavaScript runtime. It allows you to execute your code or JavaScript code in the local machine. ठीक है? I hope this is clear. ठीक है? तो Node.js इंस्टॉल, ये राम कथा किसके लिए? ये राम कथा किसके लिए? मैं तो Aptops पढ़ा रहा हूँ. Node.js कहाँ से आ गया बीच में? तो Node.js इंस्टॉल करने के लिए ना उसका एक टूल आता है Node. You need to install that. कितने लोगों के मशीन में है Node? है installed? हाँ, I'm not expecting कि सबके मशीन में. So you need to install it to use it. Similar to that, we have Aptops. कि अगर Aptops की code run करना है, if you want to deploy, if you want to generate code and everything, you need to have Aptops की CLI install. How do you install that CLI? Winget install Aptops. We will do nothing before explanation. If you need any explanation for anything that we are doing, please ask. समझे? कितने लोगों का हो गया installation? Yeah.
देखिए
हो गया installation सबका? नहीं, should I wait? For Mac, it is very simple. You install Aptos. For Windows, it is simple. Winget install Aptos. And if you can't able to find Winget or there is some issue, then go on to my video that is here and you can watch it and download it manually. किसी को कुछ issue आ रहा है तो please raise your hand. Yeah, I'm getting something. कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो ask doubts. हो गया सबका Aptops की CLI install? कितने लोगों के आइडिया? CLI. We need Git. What is Git? What is git git क्या है?
मैडम कानून पे अगर
Yeah. What do you mean by that? अरे, let the new participants also participate. Yeah, anyone from the backbenchers want to answer? What do you mean by git? क्या है वो? Have you ever used it? अरे बताओ. Uh, what is git? Git git. जोर से चिल्ला के एकदम सबको सुनाई देना चाहिए. It is a version control systems. You can track all of your code. Using Git, you can just revert back. अरे हम undo से भी तो कर सकते हैं revert back. हाँ? ये पहली बार सुन रहा हूँ. Yeah. You can collaborate. You can just go back to the last milestone. We call it as submit.
मेहमानों का साथ देगा
From Git using Git. Okay. So you need to check whether you have Git installed or not. So how do we check? Git space minus minus version. Git minus minus version. Make sure तुमने Aptops की CLI अच्छे से डाउनलोड कर लिया. After downloading, after चेक कर लिया कितने लोगों के इसमें नहीं है Git? इंस्टॉल करो. Then नहीं है तो go on Google and ask him कि let me just download Git. How to download Git? I'm not telling you to download GitHub desktop. ठीक है ना? Git और GitHub में difference है. You need to understand that thing. मैं तुम्हें बोल रहा हूँ Git install करने को, not GitHub desktop. So just install Git. अगर मैं देखूंगा तो it should give me a Git version, something like this.
तो गरीब आदमी कहाँ
Some इसमें नहीं है install. Download करो जल्दी जल्दी से. वो कुछ नहीं, बस एक सी फाइल्स रहती है, वो जस्ट नेक्स्ट 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 करके हो जाता है. अच्छा, to check everything now, just restart your this command prompt. यहाँ पर ध्यान दो, यहाँ पर ध्यान दो, कोई बातें जाएगा अगर बातें करनी है तो बस थोड़ी देर ध्यान दो, एक घंटा, 1-1.5 घंटा, उसके बाद में तुम भी फ्री, मैं भी फ्री. Restart your command prompt. Restart your command prompt. बंद करके वापस शुरू करो अपना command. I will open it as well. And check everything is working properly or not. यहाँ पर ध्यान दो, बाद में इशू सॉल्व करने में दिक्कत आती है. Everyone, छोड़ो सब कुछ काम जो कुछ भी कर रहे हो, and look at the screen. एक बार देखो, उसके बाद में एग्जीक्यूट करो चीजों को. फिर कंफ्यूजन होता है, कंफ्यूजन से एरर्स बनते हैं और फिर छोड़ के चले जाते हैं. ठीक है. Yeah, the command is, first of all we'll check Aptops का version. यहाँ पर ध्यान दो, last time I'm saying this. इसके बाद में I will not solve the issues. Aptops version. It should give you an Aptops version. Git minus minus version. It should give you git version. For everyone the command is same from now on. Restart your command prompt and run this commands. Yeah, 7.7 it will be. मेरा थोड़ा outdated है. Let me just do update it. अच्छा, let me just make a group with you all. अच्छा, git install कैसे करना है, git download कैसे करना है, देख लो. Very simple. अरे यार, just write git install. This is the first website that you need to go, gitsrm.com. and बातें कम करो. देखो, अगर गाली खानी होगी तो बातें करो, मैं गाली नहीं दूंगा, तुम्हारे टीचर से देखो. या get update. Yeah, there is no reason to talk actually. I found that the In the meanwhile, please join this WhatsApp group. Yeah, please join this.
You can go with all the default for this installation. Click next. Everyone join this WhatsApp. If you are facing something, post it in the WhatsApp. Where is Aptops? Anyone remaining? We have to check two things. I hope सबने WhatsApp group join कर लिया है. Everyone कितने लोग हैं यहाँ पर? 98, 96.
Okay, guys, keep quiet. Uh, it's not an issue, but just remember, please don't. If you have any issues, please ask me. Don't ask anyone else. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि don't ask anyone else. But if you're still facing it, then it is good to have a discussion with me. मैं चिल्लाऊंगा नहीं. Trust me on this. These are the two things we need to take care. Don't install. Yeah, I'll come. Just give me a moment. ठीक है. So the first step. So the first step. I hope सबका ये हो गया. कितने लोगों का नहीं हुआ ये? Should I wait? Should I go? मतलब should we proceed with this? Should we wait or should we proceed? Simple question. ठीक है, wait.
दया साहब ये सब
यार बातें मत करो प्लीज. झालं असेल तर शांत बसा, नसेल झालं तर छान. गोष्टी काय करताय आणि नो की एक वर्ष झालं आहे कॉलेजमध्ये येऊन हेच चेहरे भेटतात रोजच्या रोज बघायला. पण गोष्टी जर नेहमीच करतात असं काही इतकं डिस्कशन असते की दॅट यू कॅन डू आउटसाइड ऑफ दिस क्लास. कसं आहे की
किसी का क्या धरा है
कॉलेजमध्ये बोलायचं असतं आम्हाला क्लासच्या अंदर. ठीक आहे. प्लीज दॅट्स माय हंबल रिक्वेस्ट. डोंट म्हणजे इट क्रिएट न्यूसेन्स आणि मग ज्याचे कोणाचे डाऊट्स असले ना तो सॉल्व्ह नाही करू शकत. स्टार्टिंगला पण सांगितलं मी आता पण सांगतो प्लीज डोंट डू दॅट. ठीक आहे. ओके इतकं झालं. इतना हो गया. Let's move forward. First of all, we need to initialize an account or wallet. ठीक है. Unfortunately, we are not going to use some GUI wallet that is graphical user wala wallet, but a CLI one. ठीक है. Write the command. Write the command if you are getting Aptops का version. Write the command Aptops Aptos everyone Aptos space init. What does this command do? It initialize an CLI account or wallet for you that we are going to use. For everyone, the command is same. Aptos. I will write it on the group as well. Aptos init. INIT. APTOS space INIT. Kayala, first question. What is a devnet, what is a testnet, and what is a mainnet? जोरात बोला. सगळ्यांना ऐकू केलं पाहिजे असं. And I want some new faces to answer this question. Nice. What is a devnet? What is a mainnet? What is a testnet?
वाटलं तर आपण ऍक्सेस देऊया बट परफेक्शन असतं मोबाईल लॅपटॉप आपल्या टेक्नॉलॉजीचा टेस्ट करायचं असेल ना तर एकदा ऍक्सेस देऊन बघू.
कोण सांगेल? कोण सांगेल? I'm not going forward
उसी ने लोगों को उकसाया है मैं
without answering this question, and I am expecting it's a नाही.
सीसीबीपी आहे ना सीसीबीपी जे आहे ना त्याचं रेंज इथं आपल्याला 2 लागतील. चालेल चालेल पासवर्ड द्यायचं का नाही ते एकदा तुम्ही सांगता सरांना तुमच्या सरांना
Okay, let's understand this thing. Who's hearing this name for the very first time? Pregnant testnets. Acha. Have you guys played Monopoly? That board game? Business? Business नावाचा एक गेम येतो जेव्हा लहान होतो मी तेव्हा. You know, it contains a pack of cash with it. It contains a pack of cash. Now, that pack of cash now is only valid in that whole environment. कि चार लोग बसले हैं. If four people are playing that game, one person will give money to second will give money to third person will give money to fourth. But can you take that cash out from that whole game and give it to some vendor or someone and use it to eat pizza? This is what a testnet and a devnet is. These networks are used, these are like a false network. Everything that you do on a blockchain at all requires some money interaction directly or indirectly. Everything
किसी को बिल्कुल अरे यार उसको छोड़ो तुम इस
is costing some money at the end of the day. But as a developer, you don't want to spend your own money. As a student, तो बिल्कुलच नाही. येतात 2-4 हजार रुपये. त्याच्यातलं पण याच्यात टाकून देऊ का? So what we used to do is we have something called as a false network or a replica of the main network. ठीक है? What do you mean by that? It acts, it behaves very similar to what an actual network is. But you can use that money or you can use these tokens to interact with the blockchain, to deploy the blockchain. If you have money, then go with the mainnets. But if you don't have money, there is something called as devnet, testnets, always present. For Ethereum, there are a hell lot of names. Holsky,
को देखो ये वो
Sepolia, I think got degraded. But yeah, these are all the networks that are present. Instead of using and buying one Ethereum, one ETH value is around $3,000. Will you invest $3,000 and for doing this bullshit? No. Right. That's why we use Sepolia, Holsky. These are some of the testnets. जर कोणी विचारलं याच्यानंतर testnet म्हणजे काय? Don't say testnet म्हणजे used for testing. Give the whole explanation for anything. ठीक है? Okay. That is the first question. When you are initializing, so I'll write the same command, that is Aptops init. Yeah, it's asking me to reconfigure. I will say yes. This is the first question.
जिसने
Command. If anyone is following back. So to choose from devnet, testnet, mainnet, local, customs, locals mean कि अख्खी जी blockchain है ना, ती माझ्या machine वरच मी run करतो. For low latency. ठीक है? Instead of just using some deployed chain, I will just run everything on local net. To customs is like की जर तुमचे RPCs वगैरे change करायचे असेल, अच्छा RPC म्हणजे RPC RPC full form नहीं विचारला. What do you mean by that? Okay. let me just explain you this. But you should have a knowledge. जर तुम्ही blockchain सोबत काम केलं असेल, you know there is something called as providers, node providers. अच्छा blockchain म्हणजे काय? Let's go from there. Blockchain म्हणजे काय? What do you mean by blockchain? Yeah, networks of nodes is called as blockchain. What do you mean by that? Network of nodes. Yeah. Multiple nodes are connected to each other. Which means एक node माझ्या घरी असेल. If I want, I can run one node at my home. एक node तुमच्यापैकी कोणाच्या तरी घरी असेल. एक सरांच्या घरी रनिंग असेल. न जर मला डेटा नॅव्हिगेट करायचा आहे, की लेट्स सी काही इंटरॅक्शन्स काहीतरी करायचे आहेत मला, on which node this data will go?
इंक्वायरी की थी और असली
That thing is being provided by node providers. It gives you a path. And how things happens? Thing happens using a RPC URL. These node providers provide you an RPC URL. जर तुम्ही त्या नोडचा खूप लवकर असाल तर तुमचे ट्रान्झॅक्शन लवकर कन्फर्म होते. But if you are late from that, so you can just delay होत राहतात ते. ठीक आहे, you can deep dive into this. Yeah, enter your private key. What do you mean by private key? जे private असते. Yes. Huh? Streaming मध्ये ते blur दिसतात, that's not my issue. Send someone technical from. कोण सांगेल what is private key? I want new faces to interact with me. Now, what do you mean by private key? बघा तुम्ही लेट करतात, don't complain जर मी लेट सोडलं तर. लवकर आन्सर करा, लवकर समोर जाऊ. Yeah, that is wrong. It's kind of wrong, not fully correct. But please answer. कोण सांगेल what is private key? Move forward जोपर्यंत मला answer खतम. We will stay here for 5 PM. माझ्याजवळ वेळच वेळ आहे. I don't have an issue, no. Yeah.
बोर्ड जो है वो इंटरनेट पे लीक कर दिए.
Kind of right. ठीक है. Let's understand private keys. You have created one wallet, right? There is one thing called as ED722 curve. ठीक है. I'm getting into technical details. ठीक है. So your जेव्हा पण wallet create होते ना, whenever a wallet is getting created on chain, we should not follow the path of this particular curve. ठीक है. And that's when the private key gets generated. Okay, and it will not be as simple as. But what is private key at all? It is used to access your account. First of all, okay, if you have my private key, you can just access my whole account. You can just send crypto from A to B. You can take it, you can drain it, whatever you want to. And trust me on this. This happened with me. You need to be very careful with your private keys and everything. Even we say that in crypto, जर तुम्ही active असाल properly, तर लोक काय करतात माहिती आहे private keys वर? They write it on using pen and paper and they can in their house. That's how serious that thing is. You need to understand that it's just not some words or numbers. For someone who is using crypto, for someone who has some money in it, that is their life. So you should always be very careful while using this private key. Okay. Now, whenever you create an account, two things get created. First, your public address, and second is your private key. You never show your private key to anyone, and private key is used for some more things. जर crypto wallet चा तुम्ही password विसरले, forgot password कसा करणार? Because original report doesn't take mail or anything at all. Paraphrase म्हणतात त्याला, seed म्हणतात त्याला. What does the seed do? It is also the same. You can access your account and everything using that seed phrase. So yeah, that is also one of the things. Just press enter. One hundred 123 people. Hmm. Who got an yeah, I know this happens. I told you about something called as RPC. You know what is rate limiting? तर जेव्हा पण ना तुम्ही एका API किंवा पॅकेटचे URL ला मल्टिपल टाइम हिट करता फॉर डुईंग द सेम थिंग and so backend should be that much future proof कि it should never take more than 10 or 15 requests from the same IP. So what is happening is कि you all are connected to the same network of college. I hope so. So what is happening is कि it is getting rate limited कि bro, this is coming from the same thing. I think this is like a bot attack or something. Please don't allow the request. So what is the alternative for this? Disconnect from your school Wi-Fi, college Wi-Fi, and connect with the uh, personal hotspot and do this, run this command after some.
मेरे सीनियर्स ने दबा दी थी
You can see funded with 100000000 Aptops. वे आणि वे हे गोष्टी कोणी ऐकल्या वे आणि वे येस कोण टेल मी येस मॅम अरे ठीक आहे नाही नवे नो न्यू faces I want to answer this question. What is a way and way? Julian, शांत बसा शांत बसा शांत बसा या मॅम yes yes one ETH contains 10 raised to 60 16 I guess 89 one ETH contains 10 raised to 18 way right and 10 raised to 8 way. So what is a GUI? GUI is a so one is whatever that value is and म्हणजे मी रट्टाने मारून आणलं ते value. I can always take that value from Google. किती आहे तरी 10 raised to 18 way, right? WIE or W, yeah, whatever it is. ठीक है. And so 1 rupee can be further divided into 100 paisa. Yes. मला पण सांगायचं. Anyways, 10 raised to, yeah, so 1 rupee is divided.
माननीय हाईकोर्ट से रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि
1 paisa is further divided into, so at the atomic level पैसा is there. पैसे के ऊपर rupees से rupee 10 rupees 100 10,000 lakh 10 lakh crore 10 crore whatever the values. Similar to that, we have each. One is contained 10 raised to 18 weight, right? One weight cannot be further divided. Similar to that, Aptops have APT token, and one APT
इस मामले में संज्ञान लें।
contains this much octus. ठीक है? One Aptos contains this much APT token. And now if this is a mainnet, then this is like $3-4. But this, as we have selected the network as DevNet, so this does not have any value in the market at all.
यार बढ़ गया
हो सकता
इतना भी आपने 20,000 रुपए दे रहा है, 20,000 रुपए के लिए इतना प्यार नहीं करते मैं.
आ रहा है आधे घंटे में देख रहे हैं उसका आधा घंटा कैसा है
थोड़ा आ रहा है हमारे कंपनी में यार.
कब तक होगा यार बोले जा रहे हैं हाँ
दिस इज
लाइक
लाइफ.
ठीक है, सक्सेस हो गया नहीं हुआ. एक चीज मेक श्योर करना, योर अकाउंट एड्रेस जस्ट स्टोर इट समवेयर. ठीक है, वी विल रीड दिस.
मेरा हिसाब कमजोर है।
सर को आने को बोले सर को ज्ञान फैलने को बोलो
ज्ञान नहीं पैसा.
ले जा रहा है भाई रेस्पेक्ट
तो किसी
बोलो गाइस तुम लोग कैश
ठीक है, यहाँ पर डाल दो. So this has created one account and it got funded successfully. We are going to create a project. Node.js कितने लोगों ने यूज किया है? Node.js कितने लोगों ने यूज किया है? How do you create a project in Node.js? तुम शांत रहो, सामने वाले बच्चों. Node.js इधर कितने लोगों ने यूज किया है? What is the command to initialize a project?
अकाउंट्स के जानकार से जान
Quite right, but थोड़ा सा गलत है, मतलब पूरा ही गलत है. It's okay. अबे हंसो मत बे, तुमने आंसर नहीं किए कुछ भी क्वेश्चन, उसने आंसर तो भी किए हैं. या एनीवन एल्स? अरे मासूम बोला बे. हेलो. हाँ. To create a new and node project, what is the command? शांत बसा, ज्यादा विचारलं त्यांनीच आन्सर द्या. What is the command? What will happen at the worst? तुम्ही चुकीचा आन्सर द्याल. या दिस साइड मी समोर नाही जाणार आहे. दॅट इज व्हेरी सिम्पल. जोपर्यंत तुमच्याकडून आन्सर्स नाही आहेत 3-4 तोपर्यंत मी समोर नाही जाणार आहे. लागू द्या वेळ. बसा. मी इथंच आहे, तुम्ही इथंच आहे. नाही नाही. नोडचा प्रोजेक्ट बनवण्यासाठी कोणती कमांड लागते? तुम्ही सेकंड इयर मध्ये आहे राईट? नहीं हाँ उसको लगती है. Yeah, last benchers, please reply to me my questions. Yes, the command is npm init. npm init that creates a file called as package.json. Now my next question is, what is package.json? Fast answer. Just raise your hand. It can be right, it can be wrong. There is no other thing. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. What she has said is it have all the references. That is very correct. If I have a package.json file that contains all the data or metadata plus whichever package I need. Now, what do you mean by a package? Or a reference to that package. I can expect this, please. You know the basics of programming. Then first year tha, I'm not expecting anything, but I'm expecting these questions to be answered from you side only. What is a package? Function. जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी. मुझे आगे बढ़ना है. We have a lot of things. We have a good exercise as well. No. Someone from the back side who has not answered yet any questions. So this activity just for the inclusion only. अगर नहीं include होना है तो फिर मैं मतलब I am putting my efforts. You should also answer fast. What is a package? अब गलत ही होगा यार. मैं मारूंगा थोड़ी तुम्हें आके, पीटूंगा थोड़ी का तू आ तो. या जोरात. या एक्झॅक्टली. काही विद्वान लोक आहेत ज्यांनी म्हटलं की तुम्ही ना फक्त तुमच्या लॉजिक इतकाच कोड लिहा. Just write enough code, whatever is needed. Don't just go above and beyond that. We will take care about some things. I have used the word package. जर मी हा word library use केला असता, you could have answered it. Right? For example, there is a person who has created something called as which will generate an ID. And the whole and sole goal is to just generate IDs, and that it does that in a very optimal way. Okay, so that is what a package is. इतकं गोष्टी कशासाठी? इतकी गोष्टी, इतकं गोष्ट कशासाठी? Go on your desktop first of all. We are going to do it, and then I'll explain. Go on your desktop, create a new folder, open it in VS Code, cursor, new vim, windsurf, whichever ID you use. एक खाली folder बनवायचा है and open that folder in a VS Code. जी कोणती पण ID तुम्ही यूज करत असेल, don't use JetBrains, Eclipse वगैरे. Simple ID like VS Code आणि cursor हे ज्या कोणते पण आहेत त्यामध्ये. I will do the same. Now, similarly, to create or initiate the Node.js project, you write npm init. Similar to that, आपण इथे हाताने नाही बनवत. files. जर इथे रिॲक्ट किती लोकांना येतं? React.js 1, 2. Yes, sir. What is the command to create a new React project? चुकीचं सांगून नाही सांग. तर तू असं तर नाही करत ना की फोल्डर स्वतःहून फाईल स्वतःहून बनवतो रिॲक्ट मध्ये किंवा Node.js जर तुम्ही प्रोजेक्ट बनवाल तर you never create those files. You run some commands and by running those commands files and folders get created. In the same way we are going to do. ठीक है? Open up your integrated terminal. I will do the same things. First of all, let me just create a project something. Aptops. Something or what is? Yeah, let me just do this. ठीक है मैं एक खाली folder बनवलं and I'm doing everything using this command line only and I'm opening this in cursor. crs don't worry, just Linux basic commands. Yes. झालं असं खाली folder open झालं का नाही का नाही झालं VS Code जे कोणतं पण हे यूज करत असाल मी कर्सर यूज करतोय म्हणून कर्सर मध्ये ओपन केलं and go up here and open the terminal. बोलू नका. It just disturbs me. मला काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही तुम्ही बोलल्याने but it just disturbs me. असं काहीतरी ओपन केलं असं समजलं समझ रहा है? Is there anyone who is just getting nothing, just sitting laptop perfectly? If you have any doubts, please ask.
बैंक में गड़बड़ी के चलते डेली
Point of time. Okay ना? एक खाली folder में VS Code. That's it. Now, यहाँ पर ध्यान दो. The command is very simple. Not npm. I just take npm as a reference. Aptops space move move Aptops move init Aptops space move space init space minus name without a space. वापस minus hyphen whatever you prefer. Aptos space move
बैंक ने अपना मर्जर रोक दिया है
space minus name मी space नाही म्हटल्यावर नेम लिहिल्यावरती space hello minus hyphen world hello world we are going to write come on. We talked a lot about blockchain. Now it's time to talk about move programming. समजलं? I'm going to write it जर नाही समजत असेल तर. But I want you to do this exercise. I will repeat the command. I will repeat the command. Aptos space move space init space minus name space hello minus world. The command looks something like Aptos in sorry move init hyphen name hello world. I hope this is visible, or else I'll just post this on WhatsApp group as well. Wow, my phone got switched off.
अरे मेरे को अरे पानी लाओ भाई को
Just give me a second. It's putting on charging. Oh, wrong. Channel, I don't think it's a rocket science. I'll put the command. Don't have. Press enter. And can you see the magic? Can you see the magic? Jadoo. It created some files and folders.
उनको डॉक्टर को बुलाओ
और इस
समजलं? काय समजलं? Question. लक्ष द्या. लक्ष द्या. झालं का हे? एडिट झालं प्रोजेक्ट? कोणाचं नाही झालं? Is there any issue? Yeah. Who is getting this issue? Aptos is not recognized. Aptos is not recognized वाला issue कितने लोगों के इसमें? For you guys, have you installed Aptos? Just go on that empty folder which you have created on desktop. Go inside that folder. त्या फोल्डरच्या अंदर जा. वरती तिथे एक तर राईट क्लिक करा. there is a terminal option there. Yeah, open in terminal is there. And just run all the commands here. I'm telling you what's the issue with this thing is you have not like
डूब बैंक डूब गया
CLI, but it is not getting recognized by VS Code. Either you need to restart the VS Code or either you need to restart your laptop. ठीक है, that's why the issue coming. और आणखी कोणाच्या याच्यात आहे का issue? Aptops is not recognized while writing the command. झालं? Let me just explain you quickly what these files and folders are. Scripts folder. What do you think scripts will contain? What do you think scripts will contain? Say scripts. These are like automation scripts. Let's say I want to fire one command. Okay. After every change, what will wow. Okay. Let's say after a script, okay, you don't need to discuss. Scripts command, what does this It is like an automation script. After every small step, I want to recompile my code. After recompiling, I want to check the syntax error. After syntax error, I want to check the logical errors. How do we check the syntax? By using the compile command. How do we check the logically it is correct or not? By using something called as running the test. So I can write that scripts here. Anyone has used Foundry? Has heard about Foundry? Foundry. Hard hat. Hard hat. Truffle. My friends, that is like very old now. Everyone uses Foundry. जर नाही शिकवत आहे कॉलेजमध्ये टेक अ इनिशिएटिव्ह बाय युअर सेल्फ लर्न इट फ्रॉम ऑनलाईन फॉर फ्री Foundry, it's like for the solidity, but let's not talk about solidity here. Yeah, that is the script folder. Then we have sources. Sources contain the whole code. Whatever code you are going to write, you are going to write it today in that sources folder. Then we have test. Test. What do you think test do? It checks your contract if it's logically correct or not. If it's behaving the same way it should be behaved. कधी कधी काय होतं ना की आपण लिहून तर देतो काहीतरी कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट अँड वी एक्सपेक्ट की फ्रॉम डेस्टिनेशन ए टू डेस्टिनेशन बी तो जाईल बट इट डज नॉट in that particular direction. That's where test comes in. If I want to logically check whether my contract is correct or not, then I use test. And finally, there are two files. One of them is git ignore. Who will tell what is git ignore? Yeah. Who will tell me what is git ignore? Jatti. From backside, anyone? What is git ignore? Has anyone opened that file and see what is inside before telling? Git ignore. नावावरून काय वाटतं काय करतात? ज्या गोष्टी इग्नोर करेल त्या simple open करा ती file. There is two things dot aptos folder and then there is build. These are the two folders are there. We are saying ki, yeah, just ignore them. We don't want them to use what the yeah. And lastly, we have something called as move.toml. Now, move.toml is very similar to package.json. And what is package? What does package.json do? Come on. एक तर तुमचं लक्ष नाही आहे आणि मी खराब शिकवतोय. What's the case? Fast. I told this a bit ago. What does package.json do? The data and the dependencies references. Similar to that, this toml file, move.toml file, does it in the same way. It just contains all the name and everything, and just what can I say? Contains all the references for this. If you can see package main, that is there is a name, whatever you have pasted there. Then you have version that is 1.2.0. Then there is a author star array. Then there is alternate where this will come on that. Then there is a dependencies thing. Okay, this is the dependency, at least I want, and I just install it. Bas. Go in sources folder. To create a C file, the extension is to Java Solidity. To create a move file, the extension is I'm showing. मैंने question नहीं पूछा था. It's dot move. MOVE move. Create this file. Enter. दिया. किसने आवाज दिया? मैं खुश हो गया किसी को तो डाउट आया करके. From last 2-3 घंटे से. या कुछ डाउट है? ठीक है. ठीक है. चलो लिखते कुछ. लिखते नहीं है. We're going to copy paste it. I'm just going to explain the code. github.com/420. This is my GitHub. छोटा सा. Aptops bootcamp 2.0. I need to read the readme. बोलो ना क्या. Yeah. Just paste this. Part will ले लिया. Just go over here. Navigate to sources. Project.move. Copy paste that whole code from here. Go in the sources and copy paste the whole code that is in project.move to your file and just save this thing. We are going to save this. Yeah. Just copy paste the code. We are going to see some basic syntax of home programming that is going to be useful, helpful tomorrow.
अब रंगनाथन जो है वो
For building the backend or smart contract. Acha, what is smart contract? We haven't discussed it yet. Self-executing code. What is a contract? हाथ वरती करो. That one now enforcement. नहीं. सांगितलं नाही का?
कोर्ट से ऑर्डर लेके आई.
Person join this conversation. You are also get the answer. Yeah. जोरात तिथपर्यंत लास्ट पर्यंत आहे. मी कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट विचारतो. Smart contract. What are contracts? My simple question is, समझने का question, what is a contract? What is a contract? I'm not asking what is smart contract at all.
फिर ईडी आई
Contract में माहिती का? What is a contract? So, कल फर्स्ट ईयर ने पण सांगून दिलं होतं रे हा एक क्वेश्चन. या. Yes. Contract is what? Agreement between two peoples. Writing it down.
आरबीआई सीबी
Signing by all these two things. Let's take one simple example की मला एक freelancing project भेटलं. There are some money involved. ठीक है? कि I don't कि I will complete your project by this date. And after completing the project, on this date, you will give me the money. 10,000 rupees. नहीं, हाँ, 10,000 rupees. Good. दोघांचे पण sign झाले. Both of us agreed on this particular thing.
आई आपकी
What I have done is, कि instead of 10,000, add one more zero, which makes the total price, total amount as 1 lakh. And when I completed the work, I showed him, कि, bro, you have signed this. We खोडला everything. This is like a real contract. I'm not editing it on the software or something. खोडला है and I have written or I have added one more zero. Will that contract be legal? Why?
लग गई
After signing the contract, I have changed it. So contracts are immutable. What do you mean by immutable? Once it is deployed, you cannot change this contract at all. This is about a contract, any generic contract.
सर
Which has digitalized this whole contract structure. Nothing else. So what is a smart contract? Anyone wants to give the generic English definition of that? What is a smart contract? Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. जोरात बोल मला ऐकू आलं पाहिजे मी तिथे उभा राहतो.
Smart contract is nothing but self-executing code when predefined conditions are met, then automatically code will be executed.
Yeah, that is like a very bookish definition. Smart contracts is nothing but the contracts that we have digitalized. When the contract meets, if someone needs money, then it will get distributed in his and her account. Similar to that, when we deploy our smart contract on the internet, they became immutable. What do you mean by immutable? After deploying a smart contract, we cannot change them. Now, to change the smart contract, आपण हे करू शकतो बरं. In any agreement, we can have negotiations with the firm. Hey, you are just underpaying me for 10,000 rupees, and we have created a new contract. We have had a sign. You should pay me at least 1 lakh rupees for this thing. And after signing this whole contracts and everything, we can redeploy. Similar to that, I can just make all of the changes and everything. After making the changes, I can just say, I will deploy this contract again and again. That's what a smart contract is. So that's what a smart contract is. This is what a simple smart contract looks like in no programming. So let's go line by line. There is the contract is of like 26 line. Don't worry, it will just take 10 minutes. But before explaining the smart contract, I want to explain first line very carefully. There are two words: module, send message, डबल कोलन सेंड मेसेज दोनदा सेमच वर्ड यूज झालेला आहे राईट both of the time I am using the same word send message only. What do you think that is? That is, first send message is the address of your wallet because everything happens through a layer of wallets. You directly don't do anything. Your wallet do most of your work on behalf of you, right? So I need to specify what is my wallet address is. On that wallet address, I am sending something called a send message module. So first send message means your wallet address or the module address in this specific case, and second send message mean the module name. Okay. Yeah, that's the first thing. So we need to define the send message. Where do you think we will define it? We will define it in something called as move.toml. Move.toml में जाए addresses के section में just paste send message with a capital S is equals to double colons, no sorry this quotes, double quotes, and paste your wallet address, whatever that is. I have my wallet address for sender. This is the guy. Yeah, just go here, go in your move.toml file and just paste it. What I have done is very simple thing, just taken the this variable of this thing, or else else I can do is I'll just paste this thing over here, and this does not look good. इसलिए हम just वहाँ पर भेज देते हैं. Send message का एक variable बना दें and we just set the address over here. Now, would you like me to first deploy this and after explain you the code, or first explain you the code and then deploy it? First explain the code and then deploy. I no, chicken. I'm going to do that. Cute. Chicken. Okay. On line number 2, 3, 4, we are importing some things. First of all, string. String is not a primitive data type in Move programming. That's why I'm importing it on line number 2. So from the std library, use std. Then there is a string type, and in the string type, I'm just importing two things. String with a capital S and UTF-8. UTF-8 we are not going to use. That is in the यहाँ पर ध्यान दो. I am explaining you. यहाँ पर ध्यान दो. On the line number 2, it's like UTF-8 we are not going to use it. Our code is going to give us a warning for that. But warnings are okay. Just a dog itself, so warnings are okay. But errors we need to solve. Okay. Then second on line number 3, it is STD signer. Okay. Signer is like whoever just signed this whole contract, smart contract. This is what the signer is. And in this case, the signer is user. This is like a very generic token gateway. I don't need any authentication or anything. Whoever will deploy my smart contract can only sign or can only access some of the messages. This is a very simple smart contract. And on line number 4, Aptops underscore framework account. This is also we are not going to use in our code. This is for the testing purposes written here. So that will generate us 2 warnings, but just ignore the warnings. On line number 7, we have created string because move is a resource-oriented programming language. So I'm creating one resource called as message, and by default, message does not have uh, any ability. Mm, let me just show you some abilities. Yeah, why
सिर्फ मेरी हम तो पहले ही कहते
to learn whole programming. Yeah, we are doing this. No, not this. Anyone from the Rust background? Have a small introduction to Rust. Sorry. Yeah, you're not going to understand that thing. So इसलिए I'm skipping that concept. Then go at home and read about ownership and references tomorrow. Tell me. Okay? I'll make sure that you answer this question. What are ownerships and references? Okay? Huh, structures. As I told you, structures are called as resources, and this is like resource oriented. So with what is that? With great power come great responsibilities. So
कि आप मरवाएंगे आप ही मर
resources is like a handicap. We don't have any power that can be used, but these are some of the powers that our structure can use. One of which is copy, drop, store, and key. These are some of the abilities, okay, or the superpowers that our structure can use. How does that structure can use this property? Let's go back to code. No, not this. Yeah. If you can see on line number 7, struct message has key. Here I am using key ability of the structure in this particular code. But I can use copy, what else was there? Copy, drop, store, and key. So I'm using the key ability from here for my reference in this particular case. What key ability does is, please pay attention here. I'm explaining it little fast, but I hope you will understand. अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है
मरवाएंगे
कि कुछ भी नहीं समझा, explain me again. I'll explain you again. ठीक है? On line number 7, I'm creating one resource. Resource are structs. Structs are resource. Vice versa in Move programming. And by default, it does not have any feature. So whenever I want to send my resource or my struct on a blockchain, I need to index that. Okay? And key gives me that feature to index that particular thing. So key ability is used for that. Then on line number 11, I'm creating one function or an instruction. Now, what do you mean by a public function? Come on. How many of you know Solidity? पढ़ा है नहीं क्या? What do you mean by public functions? काय करताय? जोरात सांगा. Raise your hand. Yes. Yes. It gives us a visibility to so that anyone can use this function. This is partially correct. But if we want to use a function
तो मरवाइए
or interact with that function after deploying, premix use केला. Premix मध्ये जेव्हा तुम्ही deploy करता, there are some buttons comes up. How does that button comes up? Because the function is publicly available. Yes. Similar to that, when we do this in Move programming, we just have to say that hey, this is like a public function that you can use. ठीक है? And at the end of this whole thing, please make sure कि तुम्ही मला आठवण द्याल की share some resources from Solidity to Move. There is the whole guidebook for that. तर please make sure तुम्ही मला एक reminder द्याल ते. And make म्हणजे मी विसरणार नाही. जर विसरलो in case तर. ठीक आहे? There are some arguments passed. So public entry function store message. There are two arguments passed in that particular function. One of them is signer. ठीक है? This account is the अच्छा TypeScript कोणाला येते ना? TypeScript. Have you heard about it? What do you mean by TypeScript? TypeScript. JavaScript. It just gives you types on top of JavaScript. ठीक है, आपण नंतर explain करू कधीतरी. But whenever you so Python मध्ये you just do let JavaScript मध्ये you just do let a is equals to किंवा const a is equals to something or Python मध्ये असेल तर you just define anything in म्हणजे एक व्हेरिएबलला एका टाइप मध्ये नसतो तो. Here account is of type and signer. Now your assignment at home is to tell me what is that, why there is an and over there, why it's
Sarah.
and that is the concept of ownership and borrowing that I'm skipping today. But I will make sure that we have a word about it in tomorrow's class. Just explain me why there is an and signer there, why it's just not a regular signer. Okay. And second argument that is passed is message of type string. Okay. And to manipulate our resources, to manipulate our stuff, we need to acquire those stuffs. ठीक है? Wow. We need to manipulate that. First of all, let me just explain the architecture really quickly of this project. Okay. So, what does my code architecture looks like? First of all, user will come. Then, if the user is coming for the first time, then a new instance of my structure has been created, and I'm just putting on the blockchain. But if user is not coming for the first time, he will be using this predefined or whatever the instance that he has created beforehand. He's just going to use that instance, update the message. Whatever the updated message is, I'll store that in blockchain. I will not create every time the user will come to my contract. I will not create the new instance of my resource. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? झोपले का? I know जेवायची वेळ झाली आहे, but
1500 छोड़ दो.
thanks. Yeah, so hardly take another half an hour. Yeah, not half an hour. I'll try to finish it in next 15ish minutes. Okay, then it's just like I'll explain the code and if you have any doubts, we'll deploy this code. जर तुम्ही शांत बसले तर नाहीतर do it by yourself. Go on Google. Okay, let signer address be so to check कि हाँ user to check
बाकी लेके उड़ जाओ.
कि please pay attention here to check whether this user is coming for the first time or he has came earlier on. We need a unique value to check, and that is by using something called as signer address. Whatever the address or whatever the wallet that was interacted with this whole smart contract, is he coming for the first time or is he has came for multiple times? And on line number 30, if you can see, the syntax look quite new. I know it's overwhelming, but just pay attention. What does the exclamation mark do? It represents not operation. If this is true, and if I put an exclamation mark, it becomes a false state. Oh, I know. जेवायला जायचं आहे, करायचं आहे. 15 minutes जा. And then you can leave now as well. I don't have any issues. मी 2-3 मिनिटापासून बडबड करतोय. I have a patience limit. याच्यानंतर मी शिवाय देईन. And you don't want to hear that, right? Yeah. तर प्लीज 10 मिनिट लक्ष द्या. ठीक आहे. शांततेत थोडा जर क्वेश्चन असेल, जेव्हा मी क्वेश्चन विचारते तेव्हा तर कोणी बोलत नाही, तेव्हा तर एकाचं तोंड उघडत नाही. जेव्हा नसते बोलायचं तेव्हा सगळ्यांचं तोंड उघडून जातं आउट ऑफ ब्ल्यू. ठीक आहे ना. And this is what makes a difference. And let's forget that thing. ठीक है, it exists or not, it if that thing, if massive structs exist on signer address or not, we are just checking. If message, yeah, okay. If I'm just checking if that is not existing on this whole struct thing, then execute my this if wala code. And if that if it does, if that exists already on that message string, just execute my else statement. Yeah, line number 14, it's like 14, 15, 16. I'm just creating the new instance. That's me. That's me.
प्रीतम 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 कौन सी गाली गाएगा वो बता. अबे भाई मेरा हो गया, डिस्टर्ब मत कर. Just 5 minutes.
Yeah. ठीक है. I'm just creating this struct. ठीक है. And on line number 17, हे बघा, मी पोलाइटली ना खूप काही बोलून देऊ शकतो आणि जाऊ शकतो इथून. आय विल पुट यू गाईज इन दॅट मच गिल्ट ना की तुम्ही एक्झिस्टेन्शियल क्रायसिस मध्ये चाललेला, बट आय डोंट वॉन्ट टू. ठीक आहे. हा, where were we? Move to function. On line number 17, what do you mean by CRUD operations? First of all, tell me. Create.
That section last one. Sir, because नहीं when we calculate.
Create, read, update, and delete CRUD operations. Just database operations. If you know what database operations are, uh, just we can do all of this thing, but we cannot delete data from the blockchain at all. Okay. So move from functions are that thing key. Move to is like creating a new resources. So it is equivalent to create. Move from is a reference when you want to fetch all the references from everyone. Borrow global is a function which just which is just a read function, and borrow global mute is a function from which we can update things. Same. Do you get it? Okay. Hmm. Borrow global. We will have a discussion. Let me just finish this thing up. Just wait 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. These are like thread operations. I have a slide. If you want, I can show it. Neto, let it be. Yeah, I will share it with you. This is the slide. Where is that? Yeah, these are all the functions, and this is about the functions, just written their definitions and some examples. I'll share the slide with you all. Don't worry about that. You can just read it in detail. And else make our. And at the end, what we are doing on line number 17 is taking that signer from there, taking my reference of this from there, and just putting it on the blockchain. So move to function, just do that. Whoever the signer is, just give me the signer, give me the resource, and I'll just send it on the blockchain.
Mother sir.
It's happening on the line number 17. Then we have another else statement. If the user already exists, let me just update his values and send it on the blockchain. So how do we do that? On line number 23, it's like I'm creating one variable with let keyword. Let message is equals to borrow global new, where I'm referencing my which struct or which resources I want to edit. I want to edit my message struct from there for which signer for the signer address whichever we have derived on the line number 12. Okay, and I just need to update it with the new message. So I'm just passing message as MSG as a string. I'm just updating my message from that, and it will take care about the rest of the things. Then we have a simple like testing the code. So yeah, it's just like simple. I'm creating one account on line number 29. I'm just calling that whole store message function 2 times, and at line number 33, I'm just taking like reading the thing using borrow global, and on line number 20,
इतना सारा पैसा दे
it's like I'm just checking ki, hey, it should be my second message only because this is like the second time. So this is like a very simple testing function that we have. And to compile and deploy, firstly the save these files. Well, it's showing error. It should be up to go. Yeah, Aptops. To compile your code, it is very simple. Aptops move compile. Okay. Yeah, I'll change this thing. It should be send message, not message. Well, there is. Mm, yeah, I showed you the warnings because this has been used in the testing part, not in the real code. That's the reason. And when your code get compiled successfully, this is the thing that will come. And to deploy your code, the command is very simple. Aptos move deploy, and it will get deployed. Size pack, it will ask for one thing, that is your gas fee and
कर मैं
last name. Yeah, I have deployed it multiple times, that's why it's showing me. बोलूं कशाला है? I am not getting the point. Should I ask you some questions? मग बोला. Yeah, it will give me another error because send you message. Hmm. E-module crash. Yeah, it's just because me एका address वरती खूप that deploy केला same code. That's why this is doing. That's why this is happening. I need to make it unique. And it is asking for a gas fee. Now, what is a gas fee? जे बोलतायत ते सांगा. What do you mean by gas fee? आता शांत होऊन जाल. No, 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 no. Yeah. Hmm? Hmm. Yeah, computational effort. Because someone is doing like verifying this transaction on behalf of you. That's why I need gas fee. Okay, because he's not working for free. He also have the bills to pay. We'll pay these bills. Will pay these bills. That's why we pay gas fee. I'll say yes. लोकांना मला हे पण विचारतात की मी हे ट्रान्झॅक्शन केलंय, येस करू की नाही करू, येस करू की नाही करू. मेक शुअर की तुम्ही जे गोष्टी करता ते स्वतःहून करा. Read all of these things. understand, and that's how you just deploy this thing. If you want to see the receipt, जे पण तुम्ही पे केलाय, just go on this URL and this is the receipt. की हे बघा, this is the timestamp 1209 19 seconds 0.000, timestamp is this, and everything is this. So yeah, that's how you deploy the thing.
इसके बाहर कैसे जाऊंगा सर? वैसा सब
For today, tomorrow what will your schedule looks like? Meter killer. How many have to follow? Yeah, you are going to build your presentation. That's our whole agenda. So I'll be quite just be there if there is some doubts or something. But that's the whole agenda. You build the smart contracts. I will give the resources of Solidity just in an hour. I'm here only. If you have any questions or anything, you can ask. I'm here. Yeah. Let me complete. And thank you very much for your time. Please sit patiently or just don't come. Yeah, that's my humble request. And yeah, thank you. Up ले.
फीस ले रहे हैं आपसे।
Uh, with them.
क्या है नहीं? हाँ. कौन कौन है? भाई अभी
तो सर्विस भी तो देंगे।
क्या हुआ वाला गुरुग्राम में करना है? मैं बोला हाँ भाई करो. वापस से इसका बैग है क्या कोई?
नहीं उसमें ही लेके आए, ये और
चार सौ की बैग में चाहिए.
हाँ